da miedito, vamos, parece de película. Fin del mundo.
This moment that he knew, he fucked up.
Welcome back to the channel, family. It's your guy Petrified, back again with another creepy video compilation. Let's get right into the video, yo.
Okay, I'm starting to believe people who are like extra about being from different realities and alternate universes and all that type of stuff, because I just did a video, you can look on my page, and I was going to spell Chick-fil-A, and then in the hashtags it wasn't coming up correctly, but the whole time it was, because it's actually spelled like this. I had to go look at my cup. I thought it was spelled CHIC-Phil-A. And then I looked up, has Chick-fil-A ever changed their name? And it says no, it's always been spelled this way. But I guarantee you, like, I promise you that it's always been spelled CHIC-FIL-A. Like, I'm not kidding. I swear to you guys, you have to believe me. Growing up, like, I literally used to ask my mom, like, why is it spelled like chic? Or, like, why is it spelled incorrectly? I used to ask my mom this. So, am I tripping? Or are you guys tripping? Or, like, what's going on?
So I have something to show you guys. I don't know if you believe in the Mandela effect, but I have proof of it. We just cleaned out my dead uncle's house, and he had this stuff stashed aside, so obviously he knew something about it too. But look at this here. So not only do I have Shazam with Sinbad, but Berenstein book. The Berenstein book. It's the legitimate book. But Berenstein, not Berenstain. You see that? E-I-N. I don't know if it's backwards or not. But the Mandela effect is real, you guys. There's also a pair of Fruit of the Loom sweatpants. I'll have to find out what my girlfriend did with them. It does have the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom. And it's just bullshit that it was never there. It was there. I'll have to dig out the sweatpants, and there'll be a follow-up video once I find the sweatpants, see what she did with them. But I do have a couple things, as you see, and if you want to see any further videos, just leave it in the comments. Later.
Are we really shifting timelines without us realizing it? You know, maybe they just trying to mess with our minds or something. And they just changing the names and saying that they didn't change it. Let me know in the comments what versions do y'all remember, because I believe it's different for everybody. You know, some of them that they just shown was like the main ones that everybody talk about, but there's a lot more.
They was telling us that this is just a statue, y'all, but I beg to differ. Then we all know at one point in time, a lot of these Nephilim giants have been petrified, right? Y'all, the truth really be in plain sight, yo. Now, that's like, even if this wasn't that, let's just say even if this wasn't that, they still paying homage to some type of being, bro. Husky, though. Hold on, I zoomed in on the screenshot, y'all, so you can get the details. Look at his eyes, bro. It looked like he came out of the cave and something happened and he just got stuck like that, yo. Real rap. Then look at the how it's covered up behind right there. Things like that exist all across the world, y'all. Some faces be more visible than others. Look at this one. Y'all, the truth literally be in front of us, yo. Y'all, I'm getting back on the Pop Bong podcast this week, y'all. Make sure y'all turn on y'all notifications for the live, you feel me? And wake up!
Ooh, okay. God damn.
You see this rock?
Yep.
That's all.
Nah, like for real though, what is the point of that? Like, what are they trying to prove? I swear some of y'all white people got a lot of coverage. You would never see a black person up there doing that type of shit.
Okay, they told us about these demon face syndrome people were going to start showing up. Remember, the media told us that. This is famous YouTuber FouseyTube. Check out this weird interaction he had at this bar with this individual over here. This is by any means not a normal interaction at all, y'all. Check this out and let me know what you guys think. From the time he comes sit down, just watch him, y'all. Look at this. He feels the energy. Look at him. Cause y'all know how when someone's looking at y'all,
Are you good? Are you good?
y'all seen his eye? Y'all seen his eye as soon as he stood up? Hold on. So y'all, I caught this as soon as he stood up. Watch his right eye. Watch this. Bro, did you guys see how fast that eye jumped up? Independently too, look. What? This thing continues to go on and it only gets more weird, y'all. Check this out. He doesn't say a word. She's trying to speak to him in Spanish and he's not even understanding. Y'all look at his neck. Just look at him. Just the way that they're talking to him too. Look at the way he stares at the cookie when she offers him it. Oh my goodness. So what do y'all think this is, y'all? This is a weird interaction on all levels. I'm excited to read your comments down below and share this video. Let's get this shift. Peace.
Alexa, what happens in 2028?
On May 16, 2028 at 4:03 p.m., the ZRV-16 virus is accidentally released in the UK, sparking the beginning of the zombie apocalypse.
They're putting mercury in the vaccinations. It's filled with old dead fetus tissue and all kinds of shit. Federal Reserve System, they're raping us. We gotta work 4 months out of the year just to pay the government what they want. There's free energy out there. They charge us every month for electricity. I'm so tired of this shit.
First off, that whole Alexa zombie thing is crazy. Now, what if that really happened? Do you think you could survive a zombie apocalypse? You know, I think I could. You know, depending on what zombies we talking about. The Walking Dead ones is fine. I'm killing those easily. But like the World War Z ones or the other TV show Last of Us, yeah, you're not lasting that long with those. Those are the ones that don't give you no breaks. They on your ass at all times.
Este es el cielo ahora mismo aquí en Paiporta. Nunca había visto yo un cielo igual aún. Nunca. Me da miedito, vamos, parece de película. Fin del mundo.
Ah, này bốn đơn chứ?
Ê, Você já conhece o Apa, mano?
Ih,
Apa.
They fucking with our memory, bitch. I promise you. Somebody out there, whatever you want to call it, they fucking with our memory. Because I know it can't be just me. Okay, bitch, I don't remember anything. I don't remember a thing. Like, I feel like I'm just walking through life, just stuck in my daily routine. Like, I'm not really engaged on what's happening in my day-to-day. I feel like I'm operating on autopilot every single day. When I think back on my childhood, I barely remember. When I think back to when my kids were little, everything is like a blur. Like I feel like I remember bits and pieces of things that I be doing during the day, but I feel like my memory is shot. Like, I can't even tell y'all what I did yesterday, last week, this past summer. It's fucking strange, bitch. I feel like all my memories have erased. And you know what's crazy? I'll have something in my hand and I'll set it down somewhere, or I'll put it away somewhere, and I'll walk out the room, whatever the case may be. And in literally a few seconds, I don't know where I put it. Like, just memory, just gone. What the fuck going on? It can't be just me. There's no way.
Hey, is what she's saying happening to you? You know, I feel like ever since the pandemic, time hasn't been the same. And you know, I know for sure everybody could feel it. Everybody is feeling the shift, but they don't know what's going on. You know, is this symptoms of the shots that people took? You know, I didn't participate in that at all. But if you did decide to take it, has this been happening to you? Or other symptoms people not talking about?
Somebody decided to put money under a microscope and they found something quite peculiar. There's a large number of unidentified specimens that's on our dollar. And you know how they say money is the root of all evil? It's probably because E.T. and his little cousins is all through the money. All across the world, even inside of the euro. Why is there unidentified objects popping up once you use the microscope? Once again, an alien man and another alien man on the euro money. Makes me really question, does all the currency have mysterious little ET creatures on the motherfuckers? What's going on? Now I think it's about time that I invest in me a goddamn microscope, because obviously it's more than meets the eye. Because having the Men in Black opposition on our money, I find that quite crazy.
Well, that's creepy as F.
Hello? It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh my god! What the is that?
Hey, you could tell by his scream that was out of pure fear. You know, for some reason, I don't think that video was fake. You could literally, like, hear him panicking. And, you know, I don't think it's even possible to even act that good if it was fake.
Why do they look like that? I'm trying to put two and two together, and the only thing that I can think of is when Ariana Grande admitted to us a few years back that she is a witchy witch in her words. And if you don't remember, watch this clip.
Every day. No, they come to me.
Oh, interesting.
They come to me.
You are a witch?
I am indeed the witchiest witch.
Whatever is going on with Ariana Grande and Cynthia is definitely spiritual, because this is not normal. How do you go from looking like this to this? My theory is that these spirits are literally sucking the life out of Ariana Grande and Cynthia. I don't know what they are harvesting, but it is definitely demonic. I don't know. The movie title is wicked. They look wicked. It all just seems too eerie for me. I'm definitely not going to go sit in a movie theater as a child of God and go watch a witch perform. It just does not make sense. So I won't be watching a wicked movie. Whatever is on them is definitely in that movie, and I will be protecting my spirit at all costs. And I recommend that you guys do the same and exert your discernment.
Oh, wait, look at this, gang. Katt Williams featured in GQ magazine as the man who opened the portal. That's tough. Cause what other better character there is to feature him as? The man who opened the portal. I done told y'all, ever since that Shannon Sharp interview, ain't none been the same this year, gang. And you got one person to blame for that. Sir Micah S. Katt Williams. That's tough. I'm not saying he wrong for what he did, cause what he did needed to be done. I'm just saying that as soon as he finished doing that, this year went down the drain, gang. I don't look at none the same no more. Not even baby oil. And I know he knew what he was doing too, cause look at his face. That's the face of a determined man. That is the face of someone that's gonna finish their breakfast. If I'll do it again was a person, that's the face he'll have. Facts. But yeah, overall, I just want to say shout out to Katt Williams. Keep doing your thing, gang. Cause the world needed that wake-up call, gang. Needed that wake-up call.
You know, family, let me know your thoughts on Katt Williams. You know, do you think he a double agent? Do you think he's still working for them? And, you know, like giving us bits and pieces of information? You know, because that's one of the theories that I've heard. You know, a lot of people are calling him a prophet. But, you know, I feel like if you're in the industry in any type of form, then you have to do something to get to the top, to reach that star level. You know, some people can pretend that they're not in it, but that fame that they receive comes with a price.
Looks bright red and juicy, but this piece of meat is not safe to eat. Believe it or not, it's been sitting out for 11 days. So how could it still look so fresh? It's because it's being packed and gassed in a special process that most people never heard about, using a harmless amount of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen, which keeps the meat looking fresh and bright red. How long through this process can you make a piece of meat continue to look bright red?
To look red. A long time. A long time.
2 days, 3 days?
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Weeks. Dr. Ed Mills is a professor of meat science at Penn State University, and he says the color of the meat doesn't necessarily indicate it's fresh. The consumer can't believe their eyes.
Because the consumer can't tell to look at the product that this is 2 weeks old or 3 weeks old. They have to look at the sell-by date on the package.
To demonstrate how well carbon monoxide gas works, we left 2 cuts of lamb out at room temperature. One was gas-packed, the other no gas. After a few days, the untreated meat turns a dark, unappealing color. But the gas-packed meat stays red, even after being left out for 8 days. The only visible sign of spoilage is the package puffing out and a bad odor when opened. We had the meat analyzed in a lab.
Somebody look at this. What the fuck is chicken knees? Chickens ain't got knees. It's cartilage, ain't it? What the hell you do with this? I don't want chicken knees.
Hold on, dude. Chickens even have knees? Think about how many chicken knees they needed for just one pack. But you know, did y'all know that about the carbon monoxide being in the meat packets? Because I didn't. It literally said it could last up to 2 weeks. That's wild crazy when you think about it. You could be eating spoiled meat without even realizing it.
This is a hagstone. They say that when you find a stone with a naturally made hole in it from the ocean, that you can look through it and see the mermaids and the fairies on the other side. There is magic all around us.
They take pictures of the parasites that get out of you on these different deworming programs. Woman got 18-inch long critters out of her that were so thick she couldn't get them into a top of a juice bottle. They're usually translucent, they're usually white, and there's some of them that look like tarantula spiders, some of them look like grasshoppers, some of them look like little tiny miniature sailboats. Some of them look like little spacecraft.
This is truly going to blow your mind. It'll change the way that you view health altogether. This guy looked through these books from the 1800s and he noticed they all had parasite cleansers.
And what did they know back then? What were they doing? Guessing? I started finding books that were published by doctors through the 1800s, books that they read and books that they learned from. And lo and behold, out of every single book were deworming programs, parasite programs. For doctors in those days did autopsies and they found parasites. And I looked at that and I got a hold of doctors and they said, no, we don't have parasites today. So we started to search for parasite programs just to see what was going on, to see if maybe something was happening that we really didn't understand. So I did myself first. And lo and behold, I got 8 and 10-inch critters out of me. They were white. First of all, they were in a toilet water and they were all bunched up. I thought it was mucus. Until, just for a curiosity, I threw some hot water in the toilet to warm it up and then went and gosh, they strung out and they were swimming all over. We're now doing pictures in color out of clinics where you go potty on a special pot with a screen in it and they take pictures of the parasites that get out of you on these different deworming programs. Yeah, this is really strange stuff. I have never yet dewormed anyone where they didn't tell me, hey, I feel 25% better. Maybe got halitosis, you're loaded, because that's worm urine and worm droppings that you're breathing out. So it's no wonder your breath's bad. When they pee, that's called ammonia. So just go to a doctor, have a blood test, and see what level of ammonia is in your blood. If you have ammonia in your blood, that's called worm urine. You get a headache. You got the headache because the worms are all peeing, trying to get you to eat something else. They're trying to make you sick so you'll get off of what you're doing and start eating. So you take some arginine and orthodine, and in a matter of 20 minutes, if the headache's gone, you've neutralized the worm urine and you know that you're loaded. All children that have little tiny pimples on the backs of their arms or little tiny pimples here on the edges of their cheeks have 5 varieties of critters in them. 5 varieties. It's time to deworm and it's time to get them out.
Hey, you know, I feel like we all need parasite cleansers. You know, papaya seeds are a good way to get these parasites out of your body. Also, you know, activated charcoal. You know, there's many different ones out there that you could try, you know, research and see which one works best for you, because these things are literally controlling how we eat. You know, this was an interesting video. You know, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you guys sub up. We out, y'all. See you in the next video.